Machine activated.
There's a place at the end of the
road. 2018 GSL Season 2 Overgrowth. 2018 GSL Season 2 Codes Overgrowth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GSL Codes. It's been a fantastic week of StarCraft. We just finished up a killer ASL day last night. That was a real treat. If you have not gotten the chance to check out those games, definitely do so. Today is going to be awesome as well. Some great players. Oop. I don't think we have your audio on. I can't hear you either. You keep messing with that thing. I will keep talking. We are in Group E now of the GSL. So far, we've been pretty busy down here at the studio, man. Some great games. The ASL has been a real blast. Oh, you're really struggling there, buddy. I thought it was just going to be a dial or something you had to hit. Well, as we do know, I am an excellent solo caster. So as soon as I'll keep solo casting this intro. While we're here, I might as well do this quick promotion that we need to mention here. By the way, here's our players. As you can see, Rogue Stats, ByuL, eMotion, our new guy. I do want to mention to you guys as well is that we have a special.
Hello.
He's back.
Okay,
All
give me that.
You can do the promotion now.
Okay. By the way, that's our group today. Hey guys, do you like the GSL?
Yeah.
Do you use a computer?
But especially to watch GSL, yeah.
Does your computer have a mouse?
Yeah, a trackball mouse, but yeah.
Well, you still need a mouse pad, okay? And if you want to win a GSL mouse pad that's signed by pro gamers, oh, I have some news for you, okay? We are running an event. We're going to bring this up a few times, but you better go do it now, and you can actually win. From May 2nd, that's today, until the 16th. So that's 4 GSLs this is going to cover. Oh, there's a video coming up. I guess I gotta shut up now.
Our intro's awful this time.
그냥 떨떠름해요. 저도 올라갈 줄 몰랐는데 현역 때도 못 간 거를 지금 가서 그냥 떨떠름한 기분이에요. 제일 어려운 건 이병렬 선수 아닐까 생각해요. 이병렬 선수 예전부터 정말 제일 잘하는 저그라고 생각하기도 했고 좀 힘들 것 같아요. 지원이 형이나 김대호 선수랑 똑같은 것 같아요. 둘 다 그냥 해볼 만한.
당연히 이재현 선수만은 무조건 이길 수 있고 일단은 대엽이 형이랑 지원이 형이랑 저랑 3명 중에서 2명이 올라가지 않을까 생각하고 있어요.
제가 대엽이를 연습을 많이 도와주거든요. 그래서 대엽이가 가장 좀 신경 쓰여요.
그 이모션 선수를 일단은 제가 이기려고 뽑았으니까 그 선수는 제외를 하고 지원이하고 병렬이 이 둘 중에서 한 명을 고르자면은 그래도 월드 클래스인 병렬을 어떻게 고르겠습니까? 그럼 남은 선수는 한 선수 굳이 말 안 해도 아시겠죠?
저도 빨리 부활하고 싶은데 이게 쉽지 않은 일이어서 그래서 그냥 조금만 더 믿고 기다려주셨으면 좋겠어요. 연습량을 더 늘렸고 일단 급하게 해서 진감이 있기 때문에 그런 부분을 좀 보완했어요.
아니 저는 나오지 않았는데 성주가 너무 언플해놔가지고 저도 아직 이기기 너무 어렵거든요. 그건 진짜 너프 해야 될 것 같아요.
아니요, 그냥 대진에서 준호 형 있는 거 보자마자 아, 안 되겠구나 했는데 그냥 운 좋게 이긴 것 같아서 잘한다 생각하고 좋아하는 선수 형인데 이기게 돼서 그냥 미안한 마음도 있고 네. 그래요. 저는 적으로 변경할 것 같아요. 손이 많이 가는 만큼 손을 많이 써서 점막 늘리고 펌핑하고 이러면은 그만큼 저그의 이런 실력이 늘어난다고 저는 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 또 그런 쪽으로 또 노력을 하면은 또 잘할 수 있을 거라고 생각을 해서 제가 만약 저그를 했으면은 블리즈컨 2번은 우승하지 않았을까?
불커는커녕 지금 전역해가지고 이제
전역해가지고 지금 직장 찾고 있을 것 같고요. 제가 진짜 토스했으면 저는 진짜로 블리즈컨 우승도 하고 WSG 우승도 하고 GSL로 한 3번 정도 우승했을 것 같아요.
성우경으로 타는 거 싶어요. 그냥 딱 봐도 멋있어가지고 남자답고 그게 너무 좋은 것 같아서.
재능러라 생각했던 허영무 선수. 팀에 들어가고 보니까 이런 재능 있는 사람을 저희가 처음 봐가지고 여태까지 못 본 것 같아요. 그런 사람은. 병구 형은 정말 대회 때 정말 엄청 잘하시는, 진짜 놀라. 병구 형도 재능 있으신데, 네.
이재동 선수 제 롤모델이거든요. 얼굴도 잘생기셨고 자기 관리도 잘하고 게임으로서 모든 걸 갖추신 것 같아요.
저는 어윤수로 살아가겠습니다. 펀치랑 키에 훈훈한 외모에 우승만 없을 뿐이지 모든 게 완벽한 선수거든요. 그래서 제가 어윤수로 살아가면서 딱 우승을 어윤수 인생에서 제가 하는 거죠. 그렇게 해서 제가 우승으로 마무리하고 싶네요. 완벽한 인생에.
2018 GSL Season 2 Codas Overgrowth.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Hey guys, do you like GSL? Yeah. Do you want to win some mouse pads, some GSL mouse pads?
Sure.
Okay, here's what you do. Go sign up on AfricaTV.com. Watch
America's ours.
Watch this on Africa TV. AfricaTV.com/GSL English. Chat in the channel while you watch.
If you chat there, you have a chance to win a prize.
Yes.
The more you chat, the more likely you are to win.
In fact, the top 2 chatters will win. But there is no spamming.
Right.
There's no trolling. There's no cursing even. No racism, sexism, hurtful or discriminatory remarks.
You gotta
no
be a cool
harassing
person.
or insulting players or members. No discussing topics unrelated to GSL or StarCraft 2.
It's not easy.
Don't monopolize the conversation, but make sure you chat the most. And don't use multiple user names. These
right.
are the ways you do it. The top 2 chatters in the Africa TV channel at the end are the winners and will get signed GSL mousepads.
We're now going into our first match. Stats versus eMotion. If you're unfamiliar with eMotion, you're saying, wait a minute, I haven't really seen this guy. You're not wrong. This is his first GSL.
Yes, that's right. And to make this clear, he is the only reason why Hero is not in this tournament.
That's right.
Hero has been in countless GSLs, one of the best players in the world, but eMotion beat him twice in PvP. Somehow Stats thought that eMotion would still be the easiest player in the free win to pick up. So Stats has chosen eMotion as his first opponent because, well, that's what he gets to do.
Okay, we're going to start this off on Blackpink, then Acid Plant, then Backwater if we do go to a game number 3. eMotion, somebody who has been following GSL Codas for a long time, is now finally in the tournament. Normally when we talk about players like this, it's players who are overseas. This time it is a Korean.
Yeah.
It's going to feel a little bit weird. I'm curious to see how anxious versus excited he is and how well he's going to execute this because our game is now loaded up.
Splice. Stats.
You know, it was interesting in that interview to hear that if he had to switch races, he'd be a Zerg player because he's definitely one of the more defensive Protosses.
Yeah.
He's a Protoss player who really thinks more like a Zerg.
Indeed, you're very right about that.
eMotion.
Let's also remember that eMotion is the only player here that could possibly become a Royal Rotor. I guess Xanster as well.
Yep, Xanster could do it.
But last Royal Rotor we had, and in case you guys know what that term means, a Royal Rotor is somebody who, for the first time being in a tournament, goes all the way to the finals and wins.
Yeah.
Deere has done that.
Yep.
And I believe he was the last person to be a Royal
You're
Roader.
probably right. I think you're...
Usually I'm Artosis.
Yeah. I'll let that one be. But, yeah, it's also funny, you know, all these guys joking, like, oh, if I played that race, I'd win all these tournaments. It's completely untrue.
Well, it's all banter.
No one's ever switched race and really had significant results. No one has a pro gamer. Someone's like, he was a Terran. Yeah, I know. Okay, I don't care. He wasn't very good as a Terran. Okay, and then he became a super successful pro gamer with this. The people who have announced switching races and tried, I've never seen one actually do anything. And if it is so easy, go switch a race and do it. Anyways.
You know, it takes so long to develop all these little micro skill sets that you need with your race.
Yeah.
That the idea of just switching. I know Scarlett's actually played, I think, Protoss in a couple important matches and done fine. But
yeah.
Generally speaking,
well,
you really want to.
Those are like kind of like NA tournaments that aren't the most important. The moment that she picks up Protoss at a WCS, that's when I'll really take notice.
By the way, Stargate coming down here for stats. Both players going for the double stalker with a pylon here on the low ground. We're still waiting for eMotion to see if he's going to have anything. He's going to telegraph what this game's going to look like over here.
Oh, God, that's
curious, right?
That's curious.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't recognize him at first.
He's here watching in the audience.
So he's on vacation from the military. We were just informed by our producer. That's cool to see Curious down here.
Yeah, he's been kind of sad missing him for a bit.
Yeah.
Such a stable player here in GSL. By the way, Stats going for a Stargate. And it looks like eMotion playing a very safe build here, taking his Nexus and going into a robotics. So you have to look at what Stats has. It should give him a little bit of a favored position here.
Okay. Stats has moved out slightly here. He did just now scout that it's double sentry, double stalker. And we have Phoenixes coming here from Stats. As you mentioned earlier, the Robo Bay is coming up now for eMotion. So these two players taking this game tech-wise in a very different direction.
Yeah, and they, you know, Robo, it's not really the best thing that you can have in this situation. He's making a shield battery in his main, which won't actually help out because this is actually Phoenix, not Oracle.
Yeah, and he's hiding the first Phoenix, by the way. So the two Phoenixes are now out. He's going to wait to actually send these out. Now, this might blindside eMotion here.
Yeah, these are scouting right now for any hidden pylons or tech or anything like that that might be out on the map. Stats is just playing very safely. This is, I think, exactly what you would expect out of Stats here. He chose eMotion based on the fact that eMotion, he thinks, is a weak player. The weakest that he could possibly have, the easiest he could have. So, you know, the fact that Stats is like kind of playing a very defensive game, scouting everywhere. Look, he's getting his Robo. He's just got some Phoenixes flying around. He's taking it easy, but, you know, I don't know if this is going to be as easy as he thinks. You know, eMotion has been a player for a long time. Yeah, he hasn't been in GSL yet, but this guy took out Hero twice in PvP. Like, if Hero was playing Stats right now,
of all the people to beat Hero.
Well, if it was Hero versus Stats, I'd be like, oh, I think Hero might win.
Sure.
But, you know, Stats can win, but, you know, maybe I'd give Hero a little tiny edge on him or something. So the fact that eMotion beat him, now obviously very different styles all around between these three players. I don't know what eMotion's style is, but I assume it's not exactly the same as Hero or anything. So far, it's just been pretty safe play. Of course, we see here Stats going into his Forge about the same time as eMotion. By the way, do you think this is like eMotion, like electronic motion, or, you know, something like that? Or is this eMotion, like, you know, feelings?
It's eMotion.
Which one is that?
It's the second one that you said.
The feelings?
Yeah. I think for sure. I think he just spelled it funny.
He just, well, he capped it.
I'm sorry, he capped it funny. That's what I
meant.
meant.
But the way he capped it is the way you cap things like esports or email or whatever, right? Or the way that you used to do these things.
Didn't they recently decide that it was not going to be capital esports with a capital P?
Who's they?
I don't know.
Is they Red Eye?
I don't know, but I saw.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think it was Red Eye that I saw.
Okay. I don't think Red Eye gets to choose that, does he?
But then was it the the dictionary or something that decided the spelling?
Listen, the dictionary, I don't give a crap about Webster's. Dictionary.com, maybe, okay?
But you're not getting to the question I'm asking was where did someone decide that this was like the edict that that was handed down? Because I know somewhere someone decided that it was going to be spelled, and there was some controversy with some of the older people that have worked in the industry responding to that. By the way, 6 gates here for eMotion.
I didn't realize that that's what had happened, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I saw all those people messaging about that. Yeah, eMotion is going for a really powerful push here. Stats is adding his own gateways, and they're a little bit later, but he's getting Templar Archives as well. As long as Stats plays a defensive game right here, if eMotion attacks, I think he'll be fine. But eMotion actually didn't make a Prism, did he? No, I guess he's just going to expand.
He's got Zell legs, but yeah, I thought that was going to pan into some kind of a timing, and in fact, it's going to be Stats moving across the map with his own a Warp Prism to try to do some damage of his own.
Yeah, this could do pretty well, actually, if he gets those 2 Immortals out. Those 4 Stalkers won't do very much against those at all. Of course, if he brings his Phoenixes as well, it makes it even more powerful.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And there's definitely some buildings you could try to target down, assuming he gets in there. It's kind of funny how much damage this will actually do.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty, at least for now, it looks like it's not an attack that's intended to allow Stats to hit maybe like that 3rd base as well. It's like he's just keeping this available as an option in this game.
Once charge finishes, this is like one of the most powerful moves you can do in the game, right? What'll happen is Stats will move out with his army, some posturing, right, to draw units away from the main base of eMotion, and then you just fly in with the Prism, you unload 2 Immortals, you warp in Zealots, and bam.
Okay, here we go. Now he's going to... Wow. Now he could get the Forge here if he wanted to, for instance, but he's still going to go for this Pylon. Nicely done. That's going to slow down that upgrade.
Yeah.
And you can see he's just staying far enough away that there's no way that eMotion is actually going to stop him from getting away. So good job there. He shuts down that Pylon. Stats is beginning to eke ahead in supply now. And slowing down that attack upgrade is actually pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, Stats' attack upgrade is about to finish here. Anything that can try to stagger the progression here of eMotion is going to be good for Stats. Now, Stats is beginning to push out. And we got to see if he actually has balanced out his army here. Now, there's a lot in his main, but we did have the Observer of eMotion actually spot the Warp Prism, which was headed north.
Yeah, you know what? With that later +2 and the fact that he has this many units in his main base, like, Stats' attack looks like he can definitely wipe out this 3rd base, right? I mean, a lot of this will come down to position as well. Looks like he left a couple High Templars unmorphed, and he scouts it, so that's super important, especially when you see the Prism there. He needs to bring all the units from his main immediately, and now Stats takes the very powerful position here on Blackpink down here.
Okay, but a lot of those Zealots actually going in over to that expansion. The Archons with a few Zealots that are still up here with Stats' army beginning to push up to the north.
Oh, man. Yeah, definitely, you know, he's got a lot of Zealots in the natural as well, but those are not doing nearly as well as I think he thought they might. They're all kind of stuck in that little choke. Well, he micros the rest of his army.
But I think Stats is just still coming out on top. You know, one thing about PvP is it can be deceptive how good you are at engaging. It'll look like the armies are just crashing into each other, but actually the Archon hits that connected with eMotion's army in the 3rd base did way more damage. And the sheer fact that there's enough Zealots that eMotion can't stop warping in at this location for fear of losing it means I believe this game is close to ending.
Yeah, I mean,
this was a veteran versus a rookie right here.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like.
Look at the position he's got. He's just locked out the army.
Well, this is...
The Immortals and the Archons can't get back there to protect the 2nd base.
Yeah, this is really what Blackpink looks like so often. Someone gets that position down there, and you can't attack in.
Look at this. He's got a slowly feeding Zealots and an Archon over to this location here. He's going to try to recall his army back. And there's actually several ways that this can be handled here by Stats. He can either try to close it over here, especially with the number of Immortals that he has.
Yeah.
And the fact that most of eMotion's army is bunched up just south of the Nexus, or he could have... Oh, he's actually going to do both. He's going to send some Zealots up there.
Well, there's not even a Guardian Shield on eMotion's army. He's just pretty much dead here.
I love this. The Phoenix is just picking up the Immortals. GG. Not surprisingly, Stats takes game 1.
It's kind of funny. There was almost no engagements and just very slight harassment, and Stats got 20 more supply and killed him. Well, as you said, GSL champion versus a rookie.
Yeah, there's not much else to sum up in that game. I don't think eMotion did a very bad job, but Stats is deceptively good at these big fights, late game and PvP. There's a reason why a lot of games overall with Stats, we don't see him wanting to try to end it immediately. He's obviously capable of doing that, but that's not his default. And the way that he inserted his army there, in between the two bases, and controlling that, and the fact that he knew the right number of zealots to send to the second, and where to position his archons and how to keep his immortals safe, and everything about that was perfect as far as that engagement. And even Stats in this picture wearing that jean jacket like a cape.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he's GSL champion. He looks like a superhero.
Damn right he does.
May as well wear a cape.
One of those super brainy superheroes, too.
He's the Shield of Ire. Let's not forget. The Shield of Ire.
I like that nickname.
God, it's a good nickname.
Great defensive Protoss player. eMotion, somebody we're still developing, at least as casters, what his real character traits are, since he is so new on some level. We're still waiting to see how he's going to perform. He's got a second chance in game number 2.
Splice. Stats.
Looking super strong in that game.
eMotion.
Just kind of outclassed there. It was almost kind of weird to watch the supply differential come up. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention to whether he got supply blocked or something like that. Did he skip some probes to get those gates up a bit quicker? It seemed like his build order was pretty solid overall, and he defended against the Phoenixes reasonably well.
You know, if I could say one thing about a match as far as caliber difference with these two players, I think for Stats, there's no need to do anything crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Just, oh, from Russia. Thanks for coming down. Love you guys. Hope you're enjoying the, oh, they don't have headsets. Hope you're enjoying the games.
Not sure that they heard you, but no doubt they'll enjoy the game tonight. It's actually a very, very strong group. I know eMotion is completely new and Stats just bopped him, but ByuL, Rogue, and Stats are quite a threesome to have in a group.
Woo! Look at that Stats picture. He's looking good. Damn.
Wow.
Marry me. So that's the same photo that if you take the subway down to our studio, if you're going through the exit, it's exit 1, right?
Well, that's not the photo at exit 1. Maybe there's more photos at different exits. But,
okay. So, but anyways, to the point that I wanted to make there, if you go take the train down here and go to the exit that leads to our studio, you'll notice there's a photo of Stats there. His fans bought an ad, Stats, I guess appreciation ad,
Yeah.
and it's right there. And it's right there in the train station.
It's for the 10th anniversary being a pro gamer for him, so kind of cool. It was,
oh yeah, for sure you can get a photo. Absolutely. If you want to get a photo with us, just go downstairs, or just where you're at. You'll see us. We're upstairs, kind of hidden in this balcony area, but
after the games are done,
right next where the Korean casters are.
We switch back into our t-shirts.
We go back into our civilian attire.
Yeah. We Clark Kent it up and come on
That's
down.
right.
Okay. So the builds. This time it's a little bit reversed, but it's actually a Robo first from Stats. This normally means you're going to do a very fast push if you get the Robo before your Nexus. Normally like an Immortal Sentry Stalker push with a Prism right away. Yeah, see that? So that is exactly what he's going to do. But because it's Phoenixes and there's Stalkers being made right now, this definitely looks like something that eMotion could kill.
Well, let's see if it actually turns out to be the case. You know, eMotion in a very unique position. Normally, it's non-Koreans that we're talking about this factor, but so many of these people have grown up watching GSL, but have not actually been in a GSL. This is the hardest tournament to get into, and so he's here now. And it's good to have some new blood here in the GSL, but also a lot of times a player who has not been in a GSL does not quite perform to where they might have been in practice or in latter games because it's just an overwhelming experience.
It certainly is to finally be on the stage. It's pretty epic. A couple shield batteries on the way. Did he make those on top of his ramp? I think that he mis-scouted a little bit. He thinks it's a one base all in, but it's absolutely not. It's a two base build. Okay, he sees that because I think he made the shield batteries on top of his ramp here, Tasis. That's like just totally not what to do. He started a Void Ray. Did he actually finish the Void Ray? Oh man, he's like super panic mode.
Yeah, these Phoenixes need to go back.
So hard. Oh, this is brutal.
The Immortal's coming up, a second battery being made. 2 sentries here with 5 Stalkers.
Okay, well,
he needs to try to block out that Immortal and then maybe start to use these Phoenixes and try to eliminate something like the Immortal. Okay, he actually gets that battery there.
Those force fields did like super zero.
Super zero.
Like,
he's going to have to ditch the base.
Oh, I
mean, this
feel
is just
bad
a very
for him.
straightforward game.
He's definitely
this is
better
rough.
than what we're watching.
Yeah.
This is complete panic. Like his hallucinated Phoenix went in the main base. He saw an Immortal already in a chrono boosted Robo.
Yeah.
And the Stalkers killed it before it went to the natural. So he thought it was a one base, right?
Yeah.
So he started a Void Ray, went up his ramp, made 2 shield batteries. Then his Phoenixes scouted it wasn't a 2 base. He canceled the Void Ray and canceled the shield batteries and went back down the ramp. But it's like,
he floundered pretty badly
at
here.
every moment, everything he did was wrong, unfortunately. And the thing is, he knows that. Like, this guy is a very, very good player. It's just, you know, this
well,
happens.
you can just see, and here Stats is going to fully take advantage of this. You know, he's just chipping away. There's not an endless amount of sentry energy. You can see only 1 Stalker's been lost here for Stats, where it's been a multitude of kills here on various units on eMotion's side. So this is very unfortunate.
Oh, he's trying to stay in it. And Oracle's going across the map. His Phoenix has got like a few probe kills, but they run out of energy. Look at that, the recall.
Wow.
Yeah. You just sit back and defend here.
And this is all you have to do if you're Stats.
Yeah.
You just come in and...
Really bad feeling about eMotion winning games tonight, Tasis.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is all part of the learning experience, right? I mean, you basically want... oh my gosh. Not even a kill there.
And I do want to point out as well, this is actually like a much harder experience for him than, let's say, some of our non-Korean players that qualify. Because the non-Korean players that qualify are all already professional gamers that get to play on stage regularly.
That's so true.
Very important matches, right? So it's quite different, whereas eMotion, this is like his first time in a television studio playing StarCraft 2 professionally, right? And I mean, you can see, like, you just watch, we all just watch the series together. It's not just Tasis and I watching alone. Unless you're just listening to our voices. And cheers to you.
Imagine if this is actually not, you know, for real, and that camera is just, you know, it's a prop, it's full of jelly beans, and these are all actors in the studio because we're insane people, and we just want to make believe.
Yeah, it's like the game is infinity over. Like, even the way that he's trying to come back is not something that has any chance of working. Like, in these types of really crazy situations where you get this far behind, I think doing things like,
wow,
see,
eMotion just taps out. He says, okay, I don't even want to play this anymore. Now, eMotion's not out. Of course, he will have a chance to redeem himself in the losers match. We're a little ways away from that, so he'll have some time to reflect and try to get back into a proper mindset. But Stats handedly advances. Probably one of the easiest games in his professional career.
Yeah.
And we're seeing eMotion right now, I would say, in a growth spurt. That had to hurt, but he should come out of this stronger if he can manage, well, psychologically, a loss like that and kind of address, okay, what did I do wrong? I wasn't quite reading that right.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're out of time. We're going to a short break. When we come back, ZVZ, ByuL versus Ro. Stay tuned.
Here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have